my biggest thing or my biggest resource is just use the people around you. Take advantage of the time you have with them and ask them questions just to see or I guess the wealth of knowledge they have and gain that for yourself in your role, especially if you're someone who wants to move up.
Hi, welcome back everybody. My name is Jackie and thank you for tuning in for this episode of CTFF Talks. Today you're in for a special treat. We've actually have some longtime friends here, folks that I've also known for, we were just chatting many years. We're not gonna say that quite yet, but I'm excited for all of us to have a conversation about after school, the joys of after school, and After School Professionals Appreciation Week. Today we have Chris from CTFF and Jessica Vera from MUSD. Jessica, can you let the folks know who you are?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica Vera. I am currently the program manager for Madera Unified in our expanded learning department. But I have 14 plus years of after-school program experience, so I know everything about summer, winter, and anything you can think of expanded learning.
Awesome, thank you. And Chris, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Chris Gomez. I'm one of the liaisons here within California Teaching Fellows, and I oversee elementary schools in Madera Unified.
Looking back at your time with CTFF, how did that experience shape your approach and prepare you to transition to your current role?
Many things actually led me to be in this role. So what a lot of people don't realize is I don't have a degree in education. I actually have a degree in international business, and I took the opportunity in getting hired with California Teaching Fellows back in 2012 when they were coming into Madera Unified for schools. And from that moment, I think I started like every other tutor. Then little by little, I got to pleasure of working at Lavina Elementary. And at that point, I got to see really what those students needed, and I got to see myself and some of those students as well. So I took every opportunity that came to train a new person, to show another student, to help a student spark. When I got the opportunity to do summer programs, I took them. When I got the opportunities to be second in command, I took those as well, to the point that it led me to being offered an interim site lead position where I was at Adams Elementary, and that's where I really learned that my passion was to not just support students themselves, but to lead a team. And I think by me risking and taking those leaps of faith and just saying, hey, let me give it a shot, I took it. And I mean, looking back, it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah. You didn't even touch on, you were a site liaison with us as well.
I was. I actually, before going into this now role, I was with Teaching Fellows for about 12 years, 11 to 12 years before I left. And I did every single role that has functioned almost in this company. I was tutor to second in command, to interim site lead, to an intern actually with California Teaching Fellows. And then I became a liaison, which I departed for a while. And I got to support both South region and Madera region, where I got to kind of come back to, which I consider home. But yes, I do have lots of experience, and I've gotten to work with Chris. I got to see Chris grow up as well in this role. And so it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah, I think like Jessica, going to school and me starting at CTFF, I never expected myself to be a liaison. I had gone to school, when I started, I was going into medical. So I was doing like medical office admin. And then I think I just stayed with Teaching Fellows. And then again, just seeing, I guess, becoming so comfortable like with the students and like doing what we do. I just saw myself growing. I think I wanted to stay as a tutor, but my site lead at the time encouraged me to apply, and then that's when I went for it. I was like, I didn't expect anything of it. I was like, if I become a site lead, I become a site lead. If not, I'll stay here as a tutor. I was happy where I was, but I got the job. And I ended up moving schools after, I believe, 4 years of being a tutor, where I experienced being tutor, second in command, then became site lead. And I think just being able to run your own program is so different. Like, it's just a whole different dynamic. And just the different school and like the setting, I think just allowed me to grow more into a leader, I think. And then just I got to experience dealing with admin on my own as a site lead and then parents and all that. So it was just very different. So I grew, and then from there, I think I was gonna go on my 6th year when I got the opportunity to come in as an interim site liaison. And I think from there, I just ran with it. And I think just all the knowledge I gained from being a tutor, being second in command, being site lead, I never realized like how much it would help me as a liaison, because then I had my leads calling me with the same issues that I dealt with like as a site lead, and I knew the answer already because I had dealt with it already. So I think just letting it happen, like going through the steps and growing within every position, I think has helped me a lot and made me more comfortable and confident like as a liaison and in my role right now.
Yeah, it sounds like you both have similar starts in the sense of start off as tutors, and again, it's just a part-time job for some of us at the beginning, and little did we know, like we find our spark here in the world of after school.
Absolutely. I think another big piece that a lot of people sometimes forget, and I originally thought because this is after-school program, I was like, I'm not going into the world of education. What is this really gonna support me with? And it actually helped me a lot being a business major, taking business classes at the same time as leading all of these things. It was an amazing journey to really see how things worked on a day-to-day aspect. So I would say to any tutor that maybe their career path is not to go education, to not just kind of throw that experience out the door. It really teaches you relationship building from students to adults to admin, and you never realize your most needy customer is going to be that 5-year-old student that's in your classroom, really kind of understanding that piece and really understanding that these experiences really bringing it back to the real world.
Yeah, well, it's like there's so many transferable skills from being a tutor to being a site lead to now being on the admin side of expanded learning. So there's upward mobility within our field.
Absolutely.
How does after-school environment serve as a vital professional development ground for staff, and what's the impact on students?
We're very lucky because I think our district partners are so open to like trainings that the districts do and bringing in like our leadership, bringing in our ESTs, like allowing them to get that insight of like, oh, this is what district is doing, but we want to bring ASP, we want to incorporate ASP more into whatever the district is giving. So I think it's helped a lot with different positions that we have within our programs to then better support the students that we serve. So I think seeing that growth within just the tutors and like the knowledge they're gaining, like when I go to sites now, I see my ESTs were like, oh, I learned or I was taught how to do this, this, and this. This is what they're doing in regular day. I'm bringing it into after school. Or some of them are just taking those next steps to where when they're clocking in, the teachers are like, hey, come to my classroom and see what I'm doing with the students. So then the students have like a bigger connection with these tutors to where like, there's almost like a different form of respect. Like the students are like, I'm seeing them in normal school, I'm gonna see them in after school, it's gonna be the same thing. And it's just continuing or having that continuity that ASP students are the same as a regular day student. So I think it's helped a lot. And I think it supports the students, it supports the communities because they're gaining the knowledge to better serve the communities also, making it easier for the parents, making it easier for the students to feel more comfortable to stay in the after school programs that we provide.
Yes. Oh, I appreciate you.
Yeah, always.
What can tutors take advantage of in their role right now to help them launch them into that next step?
My biggest thing or my biggest resource is just use the people around you. Take advantage of the time you have with them and ask them questions just to see or like, I guess the wealth of knowledge they have and gain that for yourself in your role, especially if you're someone who wants to move up.
Yeah.
Same thing as Chris said, it's really talking to all those people that have been in those roles before. When a liaison goes out from having that experience of being a liaison, being able to feel comfortable to approach your liaison and saying, hey, I don't get it or I don't know. As now someone in district, the couple times I have been able to go out to the school sites, I always try to make it a point where I stand back so I don't seem scary and just kind of let everything flow so people will forget that I'm there at some point. But at the points where I do see a tutor struggling, I do take it upon myself to try to go up to them so that way I don't seem like a scary person and saying like, oh, district is here. But it's more of, and I've had the opportunity of some tutors then following up with questions in that moment. And, well, how can I do that? Or what is your recommendation? And I tell them, the steps that I would take. And I always tell them, this is what I would do, but you still need to play onto that your own twist. Yeah. Doing those things, like Chris said, talking to the site leads, really, really being able to do that, but also telling the site leads to make sure that they pull their knowledge to their team. I think that's one of the things that sometimes when, as a site lead, you're running a program constantly, you're making sure your team is going on track, you're on schedule, the kids are supposed to be, a student was missing, where are we going, what are we doing? But sometimes I think it's important as a site lead too to remember that we need to give that experience that we've gained throughout those years back. Taking all of those things and being able to jump, and like I said before, when opportunities arise of like, hey, who wants to learn about how we do this or how we do that, take it. The more you know, the more involved you feel, the more as a team you become as a unit.
Yeah, what I hear both of you saying is like there's this beautiful power in the word yes, right? Like saying yes to opportunities, yes to learning something new, yes to stepping in when somebody maybe is out for the day. So there's a beautiful power in yes if as a tutor you're thinking about what that next step might be. Chris, what makes after school such a special place? And what words of encouragement do you have for staff who are just working day in and out?
I think just the environment. I think that's the biggest thing, and I think that's what we push the most, like just creating that safe environment for the students, for the communities. And I think the site, the program, they do their best to do it, but I think just the work they put into it, like getting to see it, like when I do my observations, like the things the tutors are coming up with, like them being creative, like them being comfortable to ask these questions, like stepping outside of their comfort zone to do like a crochet class with the students and giving these students like different, almost the 21st century skills, but like different. And I think it's really nice to get to see that because then these kids aren't just going home and like being at home. Like they're interacting with students their age, they're getting to interact with these college students that are coming in to work with them. And just sometimes like they build that connection to where they see like, oh, when I grow up, I wanna do this too. So I think it's nice just to get to see that. And I think any words of encouragement I would give to the tutors that are doing this is just to take it day by day. Like I know every day isn't perfect and you can't expect it to be perfect. You're gonna have your off days. You're gonna have a day where nothing's gonna go your way during program. But I think not to let that falter you or make you wanna stop doing what you're doing. Because I think the main thing you're there for is to be like a consistent person for those students. And I think they notice that. And I think they notice when I was a tutor, they would notice when I would cut my hair, when I was wearing a different pair of shoes. They notice everything. And even if they give you the hardest time during the day, they care so much about you that they're gonna notice anything that you change. So I think just taking it day by day would be my biggest advice that I could give to the tutors, and just not to push yourself to do anything that you're not comfortable with, and like take it just step by step. Yeah.
To me, after school program is such a special place because I see it as a moment where the students come to not just what we know as after school program, but come to a second home. After school program is this place where the students are not just learning academically, but they're learning so much farther from the academic side of things. It's the opportunity of getting to learn about science on a completely different format that they get to learn during the day, where the day is very structured, and during after school program, you get to do all these activities about, what chocolate is gonna float faster than the other. It's a very interesting time, and it's also a space where we get to provide a service to the students that don't always get to have those services. Things like a carnival or getting to take them on field trips. And to me, after school program is that space where we can fill their bucket for the students. And my words of encouragement for to the staff would be, continue to work hard. You're providing an amazing service to the students. as well as to the community. And many of you guys as tutors are part of that community. Every day, you've seen it, you've grown up in it, you've gone to see the struggles within your community, and this is the opportunity where I could say, this is your chance to be able to give back to the students that maybe needed what you needed when you were a kid.
Chris, if you had to describe the energy and the spirit of your after-school program using only 3 emojis, which ones would you choose and why?
I think the emojis I chose, my first one was the siren. The siren emoji. I think more in the sense that you don't know what to expect every day. Like every day goes different. Like you might come in one day and your admin's like, you can't use the cafeteria. You can't use any classrooms. So it's very much just like you having to figure it out. And then I think my second one was the star, but with like the exploding.
Rays,
Yeah, like the exploding star. Just because it's the after school program and I think it's just so important. And I think even though you have those days where it's like super hectic and chaotic, like it's always fun. So I think that's why I chose a star. And I chose the blue heart just because blue is my favorite color. And just because like the love that I have for like after school. It's like they build that connection to where things.
So the first one would be the emoji where like it's kind of covering its face and the one eye is out. Same thing with Chris. You never know what you're coming back to the office with, right? You never know if there's one incident or if it's a fantastic day. My other one would be the one with the world. Because I think within after school program, we're just teaching on completely different aspects and cultural classes and all of these things. And then as well as the emoji where there is a person like caring or nurturing a child. I think we're another vital piece of like creating that nurturing piece for our students. And so those would be my 3 emojis that I would pick for after school program.
Finally, since it's After School Professionals Appreciation Week, we'd love to give you the floor. You're gonna look into the camera for 30 seconds, and you're gonna share a message of thanks to the students, the tutors, and the community who make program what it is today.
I would just like to thank specifically, or firstly, just being able to work within Madera has been so, I guess, rejoiceful for me. Like I think just the relationship we have with our partners has helped so much, but I think thanking my leads and my teams and any of the teams and leads throughout Madera for everything you guys do. We appreciate you. You guys are seen, and I just want to make sure you guys know that you guys are our front line. So without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do anything that we are able to do and that we are currently doing with our students in Madera. So take the time to give yourself appreciation, show each other appreciation, and just thank you.
So first of all, to everyone in Expanded Learning, to the tutors, to our site leads, to our clerks, to every position that we hold within After School Program, to all of those professionals, I really want to say thank you. The work that we do is not something that is easy, even though when people tell us it is easy. It is something that's more complex than that. You putting in the hours and being able to manage school and another job and being able to create lesson plans and these amazing experiences for students is something we appreciate on a very higher scale of things. And we really want to say thank you to our partners and our liaisons. We wouldn't be able to do without you guys as well. So in general, for anybody in this field, please always remember you are an amazing human being and you are amazing by giving back to the children in our community that really matter and are really creating the future for us. And we really appreciate it, and I send you guys all love.
Thank you.
Oh, that makes me cry.
So cute. And thank you to all of our teaching fellows, morning, after school, summer, you name it. We're so appreciative of you day in, day out, 365. Thank you for choosing to be with us. And we hope that you found a lot of wealth of knowledge from Chris and from Jessica. Know that there is upward mobility, there is opportunity within CTFF, and do reach out if you have any questions at all. Thanks for watching this episode of CTFF Talks. Make sure you follow us for all things CTFF Talks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.